Hey everyone, it's Maribel Blue with a new Pathetically Unfiltered. If you are new here, welcome. This is the news and reaction segment. And if you are not new, welcome back. Please do take the time out to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit like and share this video with your friends. This channel is slowly growing and I'm so happy for that. This news segment is not going to be politically related for a change. I think we need a little change of pace here. The stress has been crazy with executive order after executive order. And I am also collaborating with other people behind the scenes so that they also have a platform to share the updates on what's been going on and just taking it a day at a time. So let's get started with this. I'm laughing because I already know what it is. This is something that I had seen earlier today, and I'm still dumbfounded by the levels of stupidity with people. And it's funny because the girl looks like the girl that I featured not too long ago, where she was degrading her husband and talking about how she doesn't cook dinner for him, that she's only there for her and her kids. And then she did this whole brawl out video crying because her husband said she had to leave and she had nowhere to go. She looks like the same girl. To me, at least she did. And I think I talked about this on my coaching channel. I didn't talk about it here. I will put that link down below if you are not subscribed to my coaching channel. It's very different from this channel. So if you like meditation, if you like different ways of journaling and self-help, please subscribe to that channel. And at this point, I think we're all gonna.
So this TikTok mommy vlogger might just be looking at a felony. Now her name's Marlena. She's 22. She's a mom who posts a lot of lifestyle stuff on her TikTok and Instagram, like get ready with me's, where she gets ready, I guess, and a lot of day in the life kind of stuff. She does sort of family vlogs. She has her kids in her videos sometimes, and she's like always out buying clothes, trying them on, seeing what looks good, showing them off in her videos. I mean, you get the point. She makes content. And over time, she has built herself a nice little following, 450,000 people on TikTok. Not bad. And to her credit, girl is working hard, posting videos almost every day. But one day, it all goes wrong when she decides she's gonna film a video of herself shopping at Target. And so she starts by filming herself getting ready, putting on perfume, then she heads over to Target. And there she films herself going in and picking out a bunch of items to buy, but then she goes to the self-checkout and instead of scanning the items she actually has in her cart, she allegedly scans the barcode for a much cheaper item and then pays that lower price. Which isn't a war crime, but it is shoplifting. So using this method, she ends up finessing about $500 worth of shit, allegedly. Then she films herself loading it all into the car, and she leaves and goes home, edits all the footage, and she posts it. Now, she obviously doesn't post footage of her stealing or doing the barcode scam or whatever you want to call it. What she posts makes it look like a normal trip to Target. But whatever, no one at the store seemed to notice or say anything. But about 3 weeks later, she goes back to the same Target. But this time, she's not alone. She's with her boyfriend and their 2 kids. And so they go in and they do a bunch of shopping, and when they're done, they head over to the self-checkout. And you can see her here, and there's her boyfriend, and there's their 2 kids hanging onto the cart. And here, it seems like Marlena is gonna pull her little barcode switcheroo again. And she allegedly scans her cheaper barcodes to make it look like she's paying for these items, but she puts much more expensive items in her bags, thus giving her a huge discount. Now, if you zoom in and slow down the footage, you can actually see something white in her hand there. Now, I assume that is the barcode for the much cheaper item she's scanning over and over again. And to be fair, she's like really good at this. Like, I barely noticed. She'd have to teach me how to do that. And of course, if you scroll a little to the left of the shoplifting, this appears to be her young kid standing like 1 foot away. And so allegedly, this time she steals around $225 worth of stuff. Not as much as last time, but still illegal. But anyway, then the whole family leaves the store, they go back home, and they probably think nothing of it because she got away with it again. And I assume she goes right back to her regular life, making her normal TikTok videos for her audience.
Now let's just stop. Let's backtrack just a little bit to the part where she is showing off the things that she allegedly stole. You can afford boobs, you can afford lips, and you can't afford to go to Target and pay for your shit. You have to steal it. I mean, because think about if she stole $500 worth of stuff, and again, this is all alleged, okay? Why would you go that far when you are paying considerably more for lip injections? I mean, isn't that shit like expensive? I think it's like $800 per injection. And then boobs are expensive. And also to maintain them, I'm gathering. I mean, I have my own boobs. I didn't do anything. I have my own lips, so I don't pay anything extra for exterior things. But explain to me why. And then you know what? Let's just leave it at that and let's continue.
Her audience. Until. Here's the thing about Target. Target ain't no punk. They know people steal from them all the time. This ain't their first rodeo. In fact, they apparently have security cameras looking down on every self-checkout station, which is how we got this footage. And Target also has loss prevention officers who review a lot of this footage. Sometimes it takes them a while to look at it, like sometimes weeks, but I guess they really do actually look at it. And Marlena doing something like scanning cheaper barcodes is something that they'll definitely notice. So when those loss prevention officers review the footage from the first time we see her allegedly steal, they clearly see her scam $500 worth of discounts using that little cheap barcode trick. And so loss prevention calls the police, but police, they don't know who Marlena is. To them, she's just a random shopper. So what do? They go and post a screenshot of her from the surveillance footage that day on their Facebook and Instagram, and they ask the public for help identifying this thief. And pretty quickly, someone sees the post and they recognize her. And they hit up police like, hey, I think I know who that is. And they give them her Instagram handle. So police are like, sweet. And they go to her Instagram. And from there, they find her TikTok account. And they start scrolling and boom, they see the video she made of herself shopping that day. And getting ready and putting on perfume and going to Target, picking out items and loading them all into her car. And she just
Now, let me just say why. I mean, first and foremost, you are going to record yourself with this whole get ready with me bullshit, and then plan on stealing that same day, recording yourself. All of the evidence that she had just led right back to her. There's no disputing it. Let's continue.
happens to be wearing the same outfit and same glasses. So they know this is the woman from the screenshot of the surveillance footage. The next day, they track her down and bam, they arrest her. Here's her mugshot. And she's charged with petty theft. No big deal. But then it gets worse. So Marlena is released on bail. She goes home. But her arrest makes the news, which is pretty embarrassing, so I guess she feels like she needs to respond. And she makes a TikTok about it.
Get ready with me to talk about the elephant in the room.
But she says that, but then she doesn't really address any of it. Probably because it's an ongoing case and she doesn't want to incriminate herself, which is actually smart. But if you zoom in to the background of her video, you can see that she put up her own mugshot. So I guess that's the whole joke she's trying to make of addressing the drama without...
You know, at this point, if you haven't already, this is the part where you should lose all respect for a person like this. Seriously. The girl does these get ready with me videos. And no offense to people who do this type of content, I personally enjoy it. But when you are sitting there perpetuating this so-called fabulous life with your big boobs and your big lips, and you're going into a store and blatantly stealing, I have no respect for you whatsoever. And then let's get ready with me and deal with the elephant in the room. And you think that by strategically placing your mugshot, that is supposed to address something, address the elephant in the room? Why don't you just either say what you did, admit it, deal with whatever legal shit that you have to deal with, or don't say anything at all and still deal with your legal shit? Because it's not like it's going to go, but wait, it gets better. It gets better.
Without actually addressing the drama. But then, several days later, Target loss prevention officers are reviewing some previous footage again. And boom, what do they see? They see that surveillance footage of Marlena at Target the second time, scanning the cheap barcodes at the self-checkout when she was with her boyfriend and kids. So loss prevention calls police again. And Marlena's a repeat offender, so police know who she is and they know where she lives. They ain't gotta look at her TikTok this time. And so they go to her house and they arrest her again.
So I'm gonna need you to put your hands behind your back.
Wait, what?
Put your hands behind your back.
Wait,
Don't fight it. Don't fight it.
Sydney! Call my dad, call my grandma, tell them to call my lawyer now.
And here's a little more body cam footage of them putting her in the squad car. And also, bam, here's her mugshot. And she's charged with another count of petty theft.
You are talking about a TikToker subscribing to a life of crime. She was caught stealing from a Target in Cape Coral not once, but twice.
Let me just say this, though. I generally talk about murders and scams and kidnappings and really big crimes. I don't talk about shoplifting. So I don't really care that someone lifted a bunch of stuff from Target, especially in this economy. I just think it's funny that she made a TikTok presenting herself as shopping, as doing a Target haul, when she was actually allegedly stealing. And her own TikTok got her busted. Come on, you gotta admit that that's at least a little bit funny. Okay, here's what's crazy though. She apparently isn't new to the shoplifting game. She also has a prior arrest in 2023 from stealing from Walmart, and also in 2019 for stealing her friend's car.
I mean, clearly the girl has a klepto problem. There are people who get a joy from stealing, and that's not really a good thing. Like, it's not a good thing to steal. You get what I'm saying? Like, people work very hard to attain certain things, whether it's buying a stereo, whether it's buying a computer. Like, nobody wants to come home and find those things missing after they worked so hard to get it in the first place. So to know that this girl is recording herself and then sharing this video like she's ultra fabulous when she's stealing, it's just like, I can't even find the words. I cannot. And I thought that she was the same girl that was talking about how her husband dumped her after she displayed this whole testament of how she treats him like shit in the first place. It looks like the same girl, but I don't know. I just don't know. And like, here's the moral to the story for this video. There are many of people who perpetuate this life and this lifestyle like they are living this wonderful life, but inside and behind closed doors it is completely different. People out here will display what they want you to see, and that's the way that it should be. The issue with that is the people that are watching get confused, which is kind of like what's happening in our political realm right now. They get confused as to what they are watching. They are believing everything that they are watching, and they're not making this critical thinking in their head. Wow, that was a great video, and then just let it go from there. Oh, that was a great product that they bought. Maybe I will go to Target and pick up some items myself that was similar to what she got, and then just leave it from there. No, people get caught up in the whole lifestyle, like thinking they can live the same way with their broke ass pockets. And meanwhile, this girl who seems to be living very nice, but she's just taking stuff because she thinks that she can. I mean, she stole her friend's car, according to Ray William Johnson, who puts these different videos. And yes, he does do true crime stuff. So when I had seen this, I had to click on it because I'm saying to myself, like, how the hell are you okay with displaying yourself out there for the world to see, only to get busted later on? You're not being a power of example to somebody who probably wants to create the same content. Again, I have no issue with the content itself. I have the issue with the perpetuating this fabulous life that clearly she is not living, because she is just a petty thief. And how pathetic is that? So, with all that being said, this is Maribel Blue signing off. As always, remember, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and most importantly, take care of you. Bye, everybody.